What's up, my lovely humans? Welcome to my very first ever YouTube pleasure baby. I call myself that, well, because pleasure can mean a lot of different things. But for me personally, I love to talk about the taboo, the shit that nobody else wants to talk about. So I pretty much created this YouTube channel for a platform for me to be free and expressive and just have no ties. If I get demonetized, I get demonetized, whatever. It doesn't matter because I'm here for you. I'm here to make your sexual experiences more amazing. I'm here to help you understand your anatomy, and I'm here to pretty much hold a safe space for you, as I expect you guys to do for me. I'm sure most of you have already come over from my TikTok, and thank you so much for following me over to this platform. However, I know what you fucking came for, and I've been keeping it on the low, but I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna talk about today. It is squirting. Yes, female ejaculation. We're gonna debunk some of the stuff, whether it's pee that comes out, whether every female can do it, or whether you have to train yourself to do it. So men, ladies, non-binary, listen up. Let's talk about squirting. Okay, so to get things started, we are gonna do what everyone should know first, your anatomy. So because my broke ass can't afford to get a little vulva sculpture of the vulva, I decided to print out this very free piece of paper. So yeah, let's go over that. So this is your vulva right here, not your vagina. Vulva is a hole. You have your clitoral hood at the top, and you have your clitoris at the top here as well, right underneath the clitoral hood. Now that, ladies, is your magic bean, okay? Don't forget where that is, boys, because you fucking need this. You need to know this. This is the magic bean. Don't fuck up, okay? Then you're gonna have your labia majora, which are the larger lips, and your labia minora, which are the smaller lips. Those also do have nerve endings and sensations, so please do not forget about them when you are playing around. This is the vaginal opening. This is the vagina. The inside is the vagina, okay? Vaginal opening. This is not the vagina. This is the vulva as a whole, okay? So now that we've covered the basic parts of anatomy, let's get started. I can't believe I forgot this. Well, mostly because I couldn't draw it on the little shitty anatomy picture that I had there for y'all. But we were missing the urethral sponge. And the urethral sponge is actually the most important part of this whole squirting process, okay? The urethral sponge is actually your G-spot. That's what we all know it as. So I'm just gonna refer to it as the G-spot from now on, okay? Because that's just easier, because if I keep saying urethral sponge one more time, I'm gonna get my tongue all twisted and it's not gonna be a pretty sight. What happens is your G-spot is actually inside the vagina, for those of you that don't know, and it is about 0.5 to anywhere between 2 inches inside. So once you are inside, we will talk about from a supine position, so laying face up. You're going to come in with your 2 fingers. My personal favorite are like these two, so like you're left with like a rock star kind of look. You come in and you go to the roof of the vagina, so the vaginal wall, and you will feel when she starts to get aroused, or when you start to get aroused, it will fill with an actual fluid and become more spongy and more textured, kind of like the outside of a walnut, if you have felt that. So from there, you're gonna do the come hither motion. Now you're scooping and kind of pushing against. So make sure you have welly manicured fingers. As you can see, mine are completely like right down, and lots of lubrication. Please use lubrication, because this is gonna make it so much harder for you if you do not have lubrication, because not only is it not adequate wetness, but it also is gonna help your pleasure senses. It's gonna make it easier for you to glide and easier for you to feel different sensations going on. Now, if you are not new to this whole self-pleasure rodeo, then please feel free to use your G-spot vibrator, because that might get you there a little bit faster than your own little paws. And that's what toys are meant for, to get you there faster, okay? Right? Good. Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot to I forgot to say that you need to prep wherever you are, whether it be your bed, whether it be your floor, whether it be, well, your shower, I guess is fine, but you want to be able to see that little party that you just let spray out of you. So you want to acknowledge that. So get yourself a towel, get yourself a squirt blanket, get yourself something so that you can visibly see and not have to clean up a nasty old mess after, because guess what? Sex is messy, whether it be self-pleasure or partner pleasure. Either way, grab yourself a towel, squirt mat, whatever it might be, and lay it down because shit's about to get messy. So now that we have done a basics learning guide to finding your G-spot, we're gonna move on with this process. So I'm gonna talk about this from a self-pleasure standpoint. Not to say that you can't try this with your partner at first, but I personally found it best and easier to let go and less pressure on the situation to practice on myself before I brought it to the bedroom. So we are gonna start with you on your back. So you're gonna be on your back in a seated position and your knees are gonna be bent. This is the best way that you can access your G-spot, but you are not gonna go in right for it right away. You're gonna get your lube and you're gonna get yourself ready. So first you're gonna start maybe with some like nipple play. Maybe if you're gonna do a butt plug and that gets you good, then you put that in. You can do some clitoral stimulation, and you're just gonna really heighten and spend a lot of time on your actual arousal, because the more aroused you are, the better chance that you have at actually getting that ejaculation or that squirting release. So now, since you've experienced your ultimate arousal and maybe you've edged a couple of times, now it's time to dive in and go stimulate that G-spot, because now shit's about to get real. So like I said, I like using my rockstar fingers, but you can also use these two fingers. So in the come hither motion this way or this way, okay? And you can either do a windshield wiper or circles or just straight up like come hither. Kind of play around with that and find out what turns you on most and what's gonna get you there faster. Now, if you feel like you're turned on a lot and you need to get that release, you need to release that. Let your body relax. And this is exactly why I say to do it primarily without your partner first, because there's a whole lot of things that could happen. Yeah, sometimes you might pee instead of actually squirting, and there is a difference. If you are peeing, it means you probably need to do more Kegels, maybe invest in some Kegel balls or a weight to strengthen your pelvic floor, because it should not be pee, okay? It is an actual fluid with traces of urea in it, but it's not pee. I promise you that. And make sure you tell your partner that too, just in case they're feeling a little weary about the whole thing. If that feels really good to you and feels right to keep doing the penetration with your fingers, with your hand, or with the actual penis, then please continue to do so. Now, that being said, not everybody can ejaculate from penetrative sex or even with your sex toys and whatnot. Sometimes it's better just to be on the outside of things. So if you are going to do your G-spot stimulation and then you're going to take your hands out or take whatever it is out and then go straight for the clitoral stimulation, that might get you there a little bit better. So when you're trying this, it's going to be probably around 10 times before you actually get your hands on it and are successful, because you'll get like little squirts here and there when you're building up and getting, and maybe you need to prime yourself a little bit more. But then when you get the actual explosion, you're like, what the fuck did I just do? What the fuck? And then you can acknowledge what also just happened on that mat. Like I told you to get a mat, a squirt mat, or a blanket, something, so you can be like, wow, I did that. I'm so proud of myself, and give yourself that reward, because that's the shit that feels good, and that's the stuff that's gonna keep pushing you forward to squirt again. I know that was a lot of information, but just to recap, I'm gonna go step by step. So first off, you're gonna know your anatomy, you're gonna relax, and you're gonna set the mood of your space so that you feel comfortable, and make sure you have all your towels and everything ready for your cleanup. Make sure you have your lubricant and your toys, or your hands, or your partner. Then you're gonna go and find your G-spot. Then you're gonna stimulate your G-spot, maybe pull back a little bit, do a little bit of edging there, or go right into clitoral stimulation with stimulation of the G-spot, or choose one or the other. Like I said, try different variations every time you do your self-pleasure practice, or you are trying it with your partner that you're intimate with. Try different things. but make sure you're keeping track of what you do try, so therefore you can figure out what you are the most successful with. And last but not least is to listen to your body. If your body is telling you to do a release or to slow down, do so, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. This is a learning experience. For me, it was better that I didn't tell my partner that I was trying to do these things, because if I told him, he would be so excited and would want to do it with me, when I know for me personally that probably would have put a lot of stress on me. So it would be better off if I just took a seat and did it myself, and then came to him after I have mastered the squirt technique. So what happens if you didn't squirt? Well, that's okay, B. You don't need to. It's totally fine. It's called learning for a reason. If you were good at something right out of the gates, I'd be concerned. I'd be like, why are you amazing at everything? Realistically, the goal of this technique is to make you explore and feel out the different sensations that you have in your body and what pulls you and what turns you on. That is the true goal. If it didn't end a result in squirting, then that is totally fine. It is so much fun trying different new techniques, but it is not fun to feel all that pressure on you to perform a certain way. So take that pressure off, whatever way it might be. Get out of your head, sit back, and let the weeks roll on, because that's probably how long it's gonna take for you to squirt. But just like anything else, practice makes perfect, babe. So go out and go get them, or go get it on with yourself, because you, baby, will probably do it better. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video that I made for you today. If you want to see more of my content, you can follow me on Pleasure Baby on TikTok or Instagram. Please like and subscribe this video. Give it a thumbs up for me. Drop in the comments if you have any questions, or feel free to DM me. And yeah, give me some video ideas, because I'm always down for creating new things, and I'm really excited to start this journey with you guys. So thank you. See you next time.